Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are talking about cat spraying, also known as urine spraying. And it can be pretty stinky and challenging to stop. But before we get into how to stop your cat from spraying, we need to talk about why cats spray in the first place. So just like us humans, when cats are anxious, they're going to try to self-soothe, and spraying is their way of doing so. That might mean that they have a new person in their life, maybe a new baby, a new pet, a new piece of furniture, or even moving to a new house. All these are stressful situations for cats, and so they may start spraying as a result. So there's quite a few things that you can do to help your cat stop spraying. There's quite a few different brands out there. We have one that we use at our veterinary clinic. I'll put a couple of my favorites down below. These cleaners are great because they help break down the smell of the urine, so that it no longer smells like pee to your cat. The general rule of thumb is 1 litter box per cat plus 1 extra. So if you have 3 cats, you should have 4 litter boxes. They should be in a quiet location that is near their food or water bowls, and they should be scooped at least once a day. If you have a cat that really likes a clean litter box, then you may need to scoop it multiple times throughout the day. If you have a cat that's spraying in the litter box or outside of the litter box, then you may need to change your litter type. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you learned something new. See you next time. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Some cats do like the feel of the litter on their paws or the smell of certain litters. Try switching to something unscented, and if your cat still doesn't like it, try a different brand entirely. Some cats also don't like covered boxes, so you might need to try an open box instead. Because if your cat can still smell that old pee, they're going to keep going back to that spot to respray. Also avoid using anything like bleach or ammonia. So if your cat is bored or doesn't get enough exercise or stimulation, they could get pent-up energy and act out. They can help run through some other options to help you stop your cat from spraying. First, never punish your cat for spraying. They don't associate the punishment with the actual spraying. You're just going to end up with a scared and anxious cat, which can make the spraying worse. Never rub your cat's face in the urine. This can be really distressing for your cat and can agitate them and make them spray more. Third, never use voice or physical aggression. Again, this is going to make your cat more stressed and increase the likelihood that they're going to spray more. And lastly, don't let your cat spray and then clean it up with just water. Make sure to use an enzymatic cleaner to break down that smell so that your cat doesn't keep going back to that same spot to respray. So adding in things like scratching posts, interactive toys, hunting games, and treat puzzles can help your cat stay nice and enriched. Ammonia is part of the urine molecules, so it will smell like pee to your cat. They're all things that I recommend trying. So number 1 is get your cat neutered or spayed. This is going to reduce any hormone-driven spraying. So just like I mentioned that stress can cause your cat to spray, reducing the stress in your home can help decrease the spraying. So keeping a consistent routine for your cat is really important. Adding in more vertical space like cat trees or shelves can be great for cats to climb on and help them feel more secure. And you can even get pheromone diffusers like Filiway that plug into the wall and release. Calming pheromones that can help your cat relax. I have a whole video on calming products that I can link here in the description if you want to check it out. It's like I mentioned earlier, it's best if you can do this when your cat is still young, but it's never too late. So for example, if your cat sees other cats outside and feels the need to mark their territory, then cover those windows with a film. There's a couple of different options out there. Some people have luck with putting motion sensor lights outside that turn on when the cats are outside. There's also stuff like sprinklers that you can set up that will spray when the cats are outside. If you have 2 cats at home that don't get along, then you're going to want to separate them and slowly reintroduce them to each other to try, or to get them to be friends again. But that's a topic for another day. Just getting your cat neutered or spayed could solve your cat spraying problem right away, because this is going to be key to helping you understand how to address this issue with your cat. Now, you would think that this is something that only dogs do, but it's actually really common for cats to want to mark their territory. And this is especially true in multi-cat homes. If you don't have your cats neutered or spayed, this can be a big problem. Even my girl cats have been known to spray if there is another female cat in heat that they can smell outside of the home. So it's really important to make sure that you do get your cat neutered or spayed, because this can help reduce spraying. And it is even better if you do it younger rather than waiting until your cat is an adult. But we'll talk more about neutering and spaying later in this video. The number 1 reason that cats spray is because they're stressed or anxious. Number 2 is territory marking. Now, the next 2 reasons are kind of related, Reason no. 3 is unneutered cats. So like I mentioned earlier, intact males and females spray more often because of those hormones. It's more of a mating behavior. And reason no. 4 is a little bit more taboo, but it's still really important to talk about. And that is if your cat has a urinary tract infection or some sort of inflammation of the bladder, then they could also be spraying or having accidents in the house. So if your cat is spraying or having accidents in the house, make sure to take them to the vet to make sure that there's no medical problem causing these accidents. That we know why your cat is spraying, let's talk about how to stop it. No. 2 is clean marked areas properly. So if your cat is already sprayed, make sure to clean it up with an enzymatic cleaner. Number 3 is reduce stress in the environment. No. 4 is avoid triggers. So if you know what is causing your cat stress, try to avoid that trigger. Number N5 is improve litter box setup. So if you've tried everything else and your cat is still spraying, then it's time to look at their litter box setup. And number 6 is provide enrichment. If you're still having trouble with your cat spraying, then reach out to your vet or a veterinary behaviorist. All right, now that you know why your cat is spraying and how to stop it, let's have a little chat about what not to do. So I hope this video was helpful.